When Galadriel pulled out her lightsaber and said, Wakanda forever. Sent shivers up my spine. Tolkien could have never written anything better.
Nope. True that, bruh.
I'm so rooting for this show because
I really hope
this is funny. But this is every comment. There's so many comments, and this is every comment.
I wonder how the people at Amazon must be feeling.
The most expensive show in television history has now become one of the biggest underdogs. I love it.
Isn't that's how it should be?
I love it.
Big corporate underdog.
What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? Greg here. Hey, John, how's it going?
I'm apprehensive.
Fascinating emotion to lead with today. Anyway, guys, we got ourselves, I believe, the final trailer for The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power before this premieres. If you can, go ahead, leave a like. But I want to mention the Amazon trailer department. They don't like giving us them copyright claims. So with that, we have someone to help support the channel. Enjoy this word from our sponsors. I want to say thank you to Atlas VPN for partnering up with us for sponsoring this video. I'm genuinely excited to be working with a VPN because here at The Real Rejects, we believe in the power of a VPN.
Cybersecurity.
Because we have had scares ourselves, and a VPN has really come in handy. So as much as you've probably heard people shout out VPNs over the years, they really are, in my mind, a necessity. So right now we are working with Atlas VPN, and as I'm sure you guys have heard before, what does a VPN help do? Helps keep your data safe, helps keep your information private from leaks and hackers. And I remember one time, that was probably the first day we got a VPN, and we had fun with accessing geo-blocked content from certain subscriptions, and I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
So this is something that I was really jazzed to hear about because when I read this, I had to question it and go, is a real conversation that John and I had? This isn't like some talking point I'm reading off of here. They have a really great deal right now. One of the best deals you can have for a 3-year subscription for just $199 a month. That's 82% off the normal price, along with a 30-day money-back guarantee. And there's other benefits that this Atlas VPN comes with. You want to list some of them, John?
Absolutely. Not only do you get the basic protections, but Atlas operates at super fast, uninterrupted speeds, especially for things like 4K. They also have 24-hour support 7 days a week for all your customer service needs. And they can even help you find discounts on online shopping as well as subscriptions, things like that. And again, it's all available in this deal that won't be around long. It's $1.99 a month when you sign up for a 3-year subscription. It applies to all the devices in your home network. Sync them all together. Protect anything and everything you have connected to the internet. If you want to take advantage of this, go on down to the description box, hit our special link. It helps the channel. Definitely helps you. And yeah, we very much appreciate Atlas for partnering up with us today.
Yeah, take VPN seriously, guys. They really help.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine.
Speak your truth. We already know.
Stand with me. Ours was no chance meeting.
I don't know why this song is making me laugh.
Not fate,
Feel your feels, baby.
nor destiny. Ours was the work of something greater.
Don't say no. Let it unfold out. And we'll take the embrace and steal it.
Each of us, every one, must decide who we shall be.
Still your mind.
I am not the hero you seek.
Oceans below.
Whatever it was you did,
Oceans below.
be free of it.
One
Literal
day
music.
This will be your kingdom. Raise your sail
Lady Dwarf?
and then let go.
Choose not the path of fear, but that of faith.
One thing we can do, better than any creature in all Middle-earth, we stay true to each other.
I don't
Our
know, man.
hearts, even bigger in our feet.
A little cheesy, but I got nipple chills right now.
Yep.
I can survive this.
Misty Mountains.
Commander! Wait! No! We keep moving!
Why do you keep fighting?
There is a tempest in me.
fought long enough, Galadriel. Put up your sword.
Oh, cool shot.
Oh. Damn.
Without it, what am I to be?
Sweet digs.
Very cool. Very cool.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, them's fighting words.
I kind of preferred the trailer that came to the one that came out at Comic-Con. Thought the one prior really captured a certain kind of tone that was more appealing to me. I'm not 100% sold on the show just yet, but it just looks so gosh damn beautiful to behold. I imagine that there's a bit of that like fantasy romanticism to its emotion. I'm just a sucker for it. I am. Like even here, I was like watching it with its trailer song is just a funny pick to me. But you know, like all those themes about heroism and faith and believing in yourself and going against the odds, like everything about the thematically was seeming as about as cliche as you'd expect from such an epic fantasy adventure like this. But I'd be totally lying to you if I said this just didn't look like such a grand adventure of a time. The one thing that's popping up into my head from the limited knowledge this guy has about Lord of the Rings, obviously we've seen all the movies. I believe you've read The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you have.
And I've read The Lord of the Rings in either page or audio form combined.
What? Then break it down.
It's not this. This is they're drawing from like the Silmarillion and stuff, which isn't even like narratives, stories so much as they are just written histories. In fact, I have a copy and I would like to read it, but it's one of those things where people have been like, look, you should know before you go in. You're not in store for the same kind of like epic storytelling style that a Lord of the Rings story is.
Looks like they're trying to.
No, that's exactly the point, is they're taking at least, parts of that history and then they're, building the novel and the stories, the character narratives that could have been out of those histories and things like that. And so, I'm still really excited to see it. I'm kind of with you. I mean, yeah, people's response has made me go like, I don't know, man. Like the Lord of the Rings fans, I trust them to be the experts. But like this looks so transportive, and it does look like it is building right on top of at least the production values that Peter Jackson established with his movies. And yeah, just like all the environments, all the different races, all the different clashing factions and people, like it all looks really gripping and really well assembled. And again, I'm gonna be like a broken record, but for this show, what it keeps coming back to me is just like, please God, I hope the writing is good, and I like the themes that are in here. They're universal themes, and I feel like in a trailer, oftentimes for a series especially, you need to boil the dialogue down to some of the major themes of the show. So I at least hope that the show itself will not be so writ large on the nose, like believe in yourself, you can do it, even if you're an elf or a dwarf or whoever is being oppressed by somebody else at the time. But yeah, like this looks really epic, and now it just has to live up to the markers set by both the Lord of the Rings movies and now Game of Thrones' storytelling.
Well, what I was going to say 3 minutes ago, John, was that Galadriel, the part of it that strikes me as odd, because as cool as she looks, much as she's going to piss off all the right people, as cool as she looks, part of me I thought there was so much more to her character than just badass warrior, and that's all the trailers have just been showing me. I want to see a little bit more of the wisdom-filled, preachy, sorcery elf narrative of Galadriel. I'm getting just too much of a cliche warrior right now. While the performance looks great, sincerely, I think it looks like a great, solid performance. I thought there was more to the character than just badass warrior.
Well, yeah, watching these trailers, I feel like I'm watching like an Eowyn show. The Miranda Otto character in the Lord of the Rings movies, brother of Eomer, who, rides into battle, and she's like the one woman riding into battle. I'm gonna mess up the kingdom. But anyway, yeah, like Rohan, there you go. Hey, movie trivia schmodown champ.
Try naming all those fancy, look at me naming my characters. Oh, you can't name the kingdom.
I know. All that other knowledge is just moot now because I couldn't pull.
You tried too hard to be knowledgeable.
I know Rohan and I know Gondor and I know these other kingdoms, and I just didn't know how to match the right one.
I don't think you know it.
But yes, it does feel like I'm watching that character's story rather than Galadriel, which Which is fine. Galadriel doesn't have to have the origin that looks like what I know her from later, but still, yeah, I agree.
Like a hint of it. Like
A little bit, yeah.
Some hint of it.
Some hint that that's where we will go. And that, yeah, you are some kind of very special elven entity.
Yeah. But we got to react to the comments. When Galadriel pulled out her lightsaber and said, Wakanda forever. Sent shivers up my spine. Tolkien could have never written anything better.
Nope. True that, bruh.
Funny. Oh, we got to go through more of these. From Eva Adams. The scene where young Galadriel destroyed an entire Imperial fleet with her space horse by jumping into them using a hyperdrive while saying, now this is pod racing.
This is pod racing.
Is going to make cinema history.
That's good.
For eons, people are going to study this masterpiece of a scene. Just epic.
I wish this stuff would happen for real.
When Dumbledore said, you're a harefoot, Harry. It brought me to tears. Such an amazing adaptation of JRR Rowling.
Yes. Yep. Joe Tolkien.
Oh, God. I think these are like what all the comments are. When Legolas holds up Excalibur and shouts to the clone army, fear is the mind killer. I broke down sobbing from page to screen. Perfectly captured in such drama. Oh, man. When Aslan commanded all the Autobots to roll out and Kong beat his chest just as the Flying Dutchman erupted from the water with Hagrid at the wheel. Goose bumps. Glad to see Godzilla, Appa, Rexy, Imhotep, and General Grievous getting some screen time in this legacy. Well done.
Totally. Absolute vodka. All my favorite classic characters from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, man, this is like all the comments. These are so funny. When Sauron picked up the ring and said, are we some kind of Lord of the Rings of power, brought chills down my spine. Incredible quote.
Will Smith is playing Sauron, yeah.
When Morpheus offered the red and blue pill to Galadriel and said, you're a wizard, Harry, I literally cried because it's so impactful. Can't wait to watch this wonderful adaptation of George R.R. Martin's lifelong work. Bravo.
Yep.
I'm so rooting for this show because
I really hope
this is funny. But this is every comment. There's so many comments, and this is every comment.
I wonder how the people at Amazon must be feeling.
It makes me. These are so funny, but I'm also rooting for the show.
It would be nice to have everybody pleasantly surprised.
The most expensive show in television history has now become one of the biggest underdogs. I love it.
Isn't that's how it should be?
I love it.
Big corporate underdog.
All right, guys. Well, what did you think about Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power official trailer? Are you happy? Leave your thoughts down below. You can subscribe, click that bell, leave a like. Last but not least, let's end this with a...
Daniel Gallagher, you have a name that reminds me of Galadriel, and you are just as fair and just as fiery and just as lovely and passionate as the titular, well, not the titular, not called Galadriel, but, as the main hero of this show. And I would follow you into battle at any point, any time, especially because you're in Scotland. There have been a lot of battles in Scotland, so I figure you would know what you're doing. And yeah, you can teach me, a mere man, how to realize my full potential, Daniel Gallagher. So I hope you're doing well. I hope you're looking forward to this show. I hope you are satisfied by all the different cameos from every fantasy movie that are going to definitely pop up here. Love you, buddy, and stay safe out there.
Stay safe.